All right, what do we talk about first week? All right, someone tell me about the culture of the team right now.
Very good. I mean, actually pretty good. Pretty positive since last time.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah. All right, what do we talk about week 2? How is everyone's consistent actions? Bad? I don't know, personally.
I'm good.
What about beliefs? Consistent beliefs? Mm-hmm. What about thoughts? Consistent positive thoughts? Yeah? All right, cool. This week we got character. And I'll be honest with you guys, character's pretty important because I believe that your character will drive your life and how you live your life. And I say that a lot with every topic we just speak on. A lot of these topics can go hand in hand, right? Because if you're not consistent with your character, you're probably not going to get too far in life, right? And if you're not consistent with the culture you build in your team, then you're probably not going to get the most positive results as a team, right? But if you also don't have the best character as a team, that's not going to do you any good either. All right. So you will always have the power to control your own character. Does anyone know what character is? Hmm? Who you are? Ooh, explain who you are.
Like how you act and how you treat people and like what you believe in.
How you act, how you treat people, and what you believe.
Reputation,
Not really. The reputation is perceived on everyone else. Like how I view reputation is what other people think about you, and they may have only met you once, or they may have only heard something about you. But like your character is like what you believe inside yourself, and like what you instill. So the first thing I want you guys to do, and I know you guys don't even all have pencils, unfortunately, somehow. But I want you to answer the question under the ask yourself. Is my character something that I can be proud of?
No. Here, I have it. No. Yeah. Thank you so much. Just give me that back.
I need one.
Put these back to mom.
Can I have the pink one? Can I have the pink one?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
At least it wasn't.
Yeah, seriously, at least it wasn't the logo. There's a positive of that.
You learned from your first time having to do push-ups.
You did push-ups last year. It felt like a ice skating.
That was you guys. You guys taught me how to do it.
I taught you how to do a push-up.
Yeah, I watched.
How old are you?
25.
You went 25 years.
You're 25.
Just kidding. Gullible.
I'm not. I'm just
All right, 30 seconds.
Would you rate? Are we answering this? Nope, we're answering the first one.
What's up, Miss Jones?
I don't really know.
How are you? Been better?
Oh, that's a horrible throw. That was my bad.
All right, 10 seconds. 3 seconds. All right. Someone want to read theirs?
I will.
All right.
Okay, yes and no. I definitely think some days are better than other days. Like with my actions. Isn't that the question? Wait.
I don't know. Can you read?
Character something I can be proud of, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, some days, Some days I am.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
Good.
job.
Good.
Good
Good.
job.
There's no right or wrong answer. All right. Next. How are you, Chloe?
Huh?
How are you?
You're gonna make me read mine?
Yeah.
I put yes.
Yes. Why yes?
I don't know. I put yes.
All right.
It was like that sounded rude. But like I don't know.
All right. What about you, Mal?
I also did yes and no. It's actually Big Molly.
Sorry.
Actually Big Yeah, I'm Big Molly. Big Molly.
All right. Why yes?
Yes, because like I don't know, sometimes I just think that it's something to be proud of, but then others like sometimes I don't.
Mm-hmm. All right. There's a quote that I love by Martin Luther King Jr. Who knows who Martin Luther King Jr. is? He was the 45th president. And the quote says, "You judge the true character of a person not by where they stand in comfort and convenience. You judge the true character of a person by where they stand in challenge and controversy." And what I love that quote because it's very applicable to my life, because I understand that if you only do things out of comfort and convenience of yourself, you're really not going to get too far. Because how often are you in a comfortable mode? How often are you in comfortable mode? Who can raise their hand if they're comfortable 24/7? No, no one, right? You're not always going to be comfortable. You're not always going to be motivated. You're not always going to want to show up at the time you're supposed to show up. But who's been challenged in here? Who's had to face some controversy? Controversy? It's like when a what do you guys use? Refs? Yeah, it's like when a refs calls a bad play, when it's like you get like when you don't get hooked, when you get hooked, but they don't call it and it's clear as day, like that's controversy. Like they just don't call it. Who's
had to deal with it before.
controversy? Challenge, controversy, yeah. And so when you think about that, if you respond in the proper manner and you use it for your greater good, that's a testament to your true character, right? Because each and every single day, we're going to face some sort of challenge. It might not be a huge challenge, but the challenge could be, oh, I have to show up to class on time. I have to show up to practice on time. I have to get ready on time. That can be a challenge to some of us. I'm always late to everything. Things I don't care about, things I don't give a rip about, things that don't really matter. I don't care if I'm 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, 15 minutes late, because at the end of the day, can it serve me or can it not serve me, right? And so sometimes I have to challenge myself to actually show up on time and actually be there on time. Especially when I get out of bed, right? And I know I have to hit this hard workout and training session, and I don't always feel like it. But that's a challenge to me, and it shows me what's on the inside of me, right? Because at the end of the day, we're going to go to bed, we're going to lay our head on that pillow, and if we didn't do something to further our life, if we didn't do something to become the best version of ourselves, we have to live with it. No one else has to live with it. We have to live with it. And if we don't do that, then our character takes a hit, because character is something that you have to wake up and build every single day. Every single day. You don't just inherit it by birth, you have to build it, right? Because the first one, how can we develop our character? Foundation. In order to build a solid foundation in your life, you have to build a solid foundation based off of your character. Doing what you said you're going to do. Right? Doing what you said you're going to do. Treating people the right way. being a woman of integrity, right? Not thinking that you're better than everyone, but pursuing the best that you can be. Because when you want to have a foundation, right? When we've talked about culture, building the team on a foundation of culture and growing it from there, you want to look inside of yourself and build your life based on a character that can be respectable, a character that can provide value to other people's lives, a character that when a challenge does arise, you are able to step up to it and do the right thing regardless of what others may be doing or what others may say. You have a character that will impact your life and further your life to find success in all aspects, regardless of where you end up, regardless of the situation, regardless of the circumstance. Because the thing about character that's so powerful is this: without it, we're all a mess, right? Without it, we're all a mess. We're all rude to each other. We're all disrespectful. We all think that we're entitled to everything. And at the end of the day, we don't wake up with the same hunger and drive that we should wake up with, right? Because if you don't have that foundation that you want to instill, if you don't have that foundation, anytime you face adverse times, anytime you face a challenge, anytime you face opposition, you're just going to crumble. It's like building your house on sand. Whenever a wave comes up, it's wiping it right away. And you want to be prepared with the right manner of mindset that character can help you with, right? Second point, being true to your word, right? Being true to your word. With a show of hands, how many would say that they stand on what they say? Not many. Like you say it and you do it.
That's like me saying
Yeah, when you told to load the dishwasher. So not many people.
Try my
You
best.
try your best. Good. Proud of you. All right, who wants to read? Who wants to read what that says? Being true to your word. All right, you read it.
Foundation? No.
Being true to your word.
Characters define on the days you don't feel like doing something you once said you were going to do, yet you still do it.
Yet you still do it, regardless of how you feel. As you guys know, what I told you last week was when um, I'm training for the Olympics, right? And as I just said, some days I don't really feel like going to hit that training session. But that's where standing and being true to my word comes important. Because one thing about being true to your word is others will respect you more and value you more and be more encouraging and loving to you if they see that you are actually someone of your word, right? Because who wants to be around someone or hang out with someone if they're always ditching? Right? How does that make you feel? If you have plans with someone and they say, yeah, we're going to do this, I should be there at this time, or we're going to go do this, and then they say, no, I'm not doing it, or they don't show up, how does that make you feel? Unworthy of their time. What? Fake friend. Yeah. And it takes a hit to their character, right? And you don't want to be around them. But if you stay true to what you said you were going to do, regardless of how you feel, regardless of the circumstance and situation, you're going to see character be cultivated in a respectable manner, right? Because at the end of the day, we should respect each other. But truthfully, I'll tell you what, not everyone deserves respect. Not everyone deserves respect. And I, what? And I think that some people think that they should be respected. But why? Bro, you're not even doing what you said you're going to be doing. You're not even respectable and living with respectable morals or values, right? Because the thing about respect is it's not just given, it's what? It's what? Earned. Let's go. You got to earn that respect, right? You got to earn that respect. Who in here feels respected?
Yeah, what sense? Respect by people in here.
Yeah. Do you guys think you respect each other? No. Why not?
It does, honestly.
Yeah.
Some girls
What does it
like-
depend on?
Well, their mood, the mood in the room, how they feel about someone else in that certain amount of time.
What are you saying?
Oh, some girls just think they're better than other girls and feel the need to talk about it to everyone on the team and then rub it in other people's faces.
Who are you talking about? I'm just,
No, I'm just.
I'm
saying,
just
like,
kidding.
in
I'm just kidding.
general.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. That was a bad question. No. So when you have a culture based off of respect of each other and based off of people truly living in like their true character, you're gonna see different results happen, right? Because how you earn people's respect is your beliefs, right? Your principles that you instill in your life, the morals that you live with, and the heart that you have for others, right? Because at the end of the day, it really does not matter what you say. That doesn't matter. Words will never override actions. And actions will ultimately control your life and control your destiny. And so when you say being true to your word, can you act and execute on what you said you're going to do? Right? Because one thing that I think this generation loves to do is just talk. There's a bunch of talkers. There are a bunch of people who will put something out on social media, hide behind a phone, and just talk and talk and talk. But when it's time to show up, when it's time to handle business, when it's time to do the things that they said they were going to do, they're nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. This is a generation that lacks character, to be honest. What's that look for? It really is. It's what I've seen, and it's only gotten worse because of social media. Because who has read comments under someone's post or under like a celebrity's post or like an athlete's post? And most of them are what? Negative. And do you really think that many people will say that to someone's face? But why are they doing it?
Whatever they want behind the screen. They're
Nah, it's multiple answers, mom. Come on, huh? And so when you see all those negative comments, right? All you have to think about is that person really does not have the best character or the best integrity or the best morals. Because if you're willing to degrade someone on an Instagram post, on a Facebook post, on a Twitter comment, how do you really feel about yourself? Like, how do you really feel about yourself? Insecure. You feel like, truth be told, they feel like they don't matter. Because if you have time to comment something rude and negative about someone else or about what someone else's life is like, you're insecure, you're selfish, and lastly, you don't think that you deserve anything in this world. Because a normal person with high character is going to leave what kind of comment? Uplifting, positive, encouraging, loving, supportive. That's the comment that they're going to leave. And that shows what's on the inside of them, right? The character that they've instilled and built upon each and every single day of their life. And that goes into who you are as a person. Because who you are as a person is far more important than what you do. You can be a great hockey player. You can be a great softball player. You can be a great basketball player. You can be a great student. But who you are is the most important thing that you can do. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. Regardless of our title, our status, we're all human. And the mere fact is, if we don't treat each other as if we are humans, then we're not treating ourselves as if we are human. If we're not treating others as if they are human, then we're not treating ourselves as if we are human. Because from where your heart, what's in your heart, flows out. And when you want to think about what's in your heart, you have to ask yourself this: who do I want to be? Who do I want to be? Do I want to be a person that's respected? Do I want to be a person that's loved? Do I want to be a person that's supported? Do I want to be a person that has high character? I always tell people this: try not to become a person of success. Rather, try to become a person of value. And when you live a life full of character, high morals, high beliefs, you will become a person of value. I'm going to read this last thing about tell yourself this: when my talent runs out, I still have enough to be successful because I have cultivated and built a level of character that will allow me to find success regardless of situation or circumstance. We've talked about it. Your talent will never be enough. Doesn't matter how talented you are. You could have been the most talented since you're 4 years old. But you look at the people who are talented, and you look at the people who have a character that's respectable, a work ethic that's respectable, a track record that's respectable, and you see how far they've come in life. It's pretty simple to see the blueprints of what they've done and how they've done it, right? Because it all started inside of them, that belief system. When you believe who you are, your character will show. And that's as simple as it gets. I'm going to leave you guys with this. We've all been less than our best at times. That's life. We're never going to be perfect. We're not made to be perfect. The only thing that we can do is give our best, try to be our best, and live our best. Because once we do that, the situations that are meant to destroy us, we can then attack with the right mindset because we have cultivated a mindset and a life built on character. It's not going to come down to talent. It's not going to come down to money. It's not going to come down to fame. It's going to come down to character.